Just sit right back and hear them tell the tale of a podcast crew who gather around their mighty drink to give their point of view. As man is the panel fire, he shows that he has fun, and Donny, our host, will jump along, guiding us through the storm, guiding us through the storm. Big T's our rock, he keeps us true, he often gets his say, and just alive he knows the girls and everything Dragons win, and everything Dragons win. The Mad Dragon podcast is a journey unforeseen, with Tasman and Donny to do, then there's Big T and Coco, just the start, Mazza and the other crew, here on the Mad Dragon podcast.
Well, there we go. G'day, Dragons fans, and welcome. 15th of January, this month is flying by. It'll be trials before you know it. We're going to go through the backline now that has been named by good mate Jag. Jesse, how you going, mate? And yeah, looking forward to going through your backline. Again, I think in terms of the backs, it's fairly settled. Most people have a pretty similar sort of backline as we'll see from you in a minute. But are you expecting there still to be some competition for spots in the backs?
Potentially. I mean, we obviously see new halfback coming in Lachlan Ilias, and obviously fullback in Clint Gutherson, and as well as Val Holmes. So that will add some experience and some also a bit more class to our back line. Obviously, losing players like Ben Hunt and Zach Lomax, who probably had his best year of his career so far, Zach Lomax. But yeah, it's going to be a different looking back line. It's going to be interesting to see where a focal point of our attack will come from as well. But yeah, I do think a player like King Tongia, who played a handful of games at the end of last year, I think he may come into calculations if Kyle Flanagan or Lachlan Ilias fail to fire. I think Flano wouldn't hesitate in blooding him in and see if he can produce something. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how the backline does shape up throughout the season.
Well, let's have a look at your backline here. We'll bring it up, and it's pretty similar to what everybody else has got. Clint Gutherson at fullback, Tuapolotu and Tyrell Sloan on the wings, Sully and Holmes in the centres, and Flanagan and Ilias in the halves. You've sort of spoken about almost all of them already, mate. But I suppose the two that you didn't speak about was the two wingers. Again, Tyrell Sloan hasn't played a lot on the wing, certainly not at NRL level. Are you thinking that he's going to be able to make that adjustment and be successful on the wing?
I really hope he does. Obviously, we know what his defense is. He's pretty much his Achilles heel. So yeah, it's going to be a test for him because it's a more specialized position these days, being on the wing. And there has been a lot of talk that he could defend outside Val Holmes, who isn't the best defender himself. So yeah, hopefully Tyrell Sloan can adapt to his new position very quickly, because he will add something that we don't have a lot of out wide, and that's speed. And if it does happen that Val Holmes and Tyrell Sloan are on the same side of the field, won't we have some speed to burn out that side of the field, and we'll have the power of the other side of Moses Sully and Christian Tuapolotu on the other side.
Yeah, well, I guess that's yet to be seen. There has been some rumours that Sully is going to be changing sides and Val will stay on his preferred side. But yeah, I'm not sure whether that's the way it's going to play out, and it'll be Val and Tuapolotu, and you'll have a bit of power and speed on both sides.
Well, I thought Tuapolotu He had a really breakout season last year. He hasn't really made his mark in first grade since he's been at a couple of clubs now, but I think he's really found a home on that wing at the Dragons, and right now he's the best winger at our club, and he picks himself on the form he did show last year.
That can change pretty quickly, though. I mean, at this stage last year, we were all saying Mika Ravaloa is the best winger at the club, and now he's probably the fifth best winger at the club. So it doesn't guarantee that he's going to be the best winger at the end of the season, does it?
Well, no, it doesn't. There are obviously a few other options there. Other options, names like Corey Allen, Matt Fino is the only for now. So if any of those fail to fire, I'm sure Flano won't hesitate to give them a look and maybe blood them. I don't know, but from what I've saw of Christian Tuipulotu during 2024, and he's a bloke that loves the jersey. He looks like he's really enjoying his time at the club, and he's one of the loudest in the gym I have heard. So really loves the jersey and really loves putting in, and he's loving life as a Dragon at this point in his career.
You talked about the focal point of the attack. Who do you see that playing that role as taking over from the Hunt and Lomax combination? Is there anybody that you can see forming that sort of combination to create points for us in 2025?
Well, Val Holmes is definitely one of those. He finished the comp in 2024 as the leading point scorer in the competition. So he could, if we have a good year out there in the back line, he could very well be the top point scorer yet again. I think Guppo will be another focal point of our attack. He's a bit of a ball-playing fullback too. He's not the quickest fullback like he used to be, but he'll still provide some good service and hopefully build a good combination with our new look spine of himself and Flano and Ilias, and then Little and also Cook when they do come into the fold. But I think Guppo can really link. I think the pressure will be on Lachlan Ilias though. It's a new environment for him, obviously coming out of that South Sydney system. Grew up as a Dragons fan, but he's coming in to replace the shoes left by Ben Hunt. At his time at South, he replaced Adam Reynolds, so it's another big veteran halfback he's replacing. So there'll be a lot of pressure on him as well as Flanagan. Will Ilias be good enough to handle the big moments? And Flanagan, there'll be a lot of pressure on them because Daniel Atkinson, we've already signed him for 2026. Flano's already said he's got a spot in the halves. So whoever one of these players will miss out on a spot in 2026 if it's a battle of who's going to be partnering Atkinson in the halves for 26. I think whoever has the better year between Flanagan and Ilias in 2025.
Yeah, well, again, you can say whatever you like at this stage of the year. I mean, if Flanagan and Ilias end up being Dalium halfback and 5'8" of the year, I think Daniel Atkinson might start in reserve grade. So there's a lot of things that can happen. I don't think that'll happen, by the way. I'm not completely mental. But yeah, I think a lot of things can change between now and when Daniel Atkinson gets here. I don't think he's guaranteed of a spot at all. But it is a great signing, I think, at the moment. If they were to name the halves and Atkinson was at the Dragons, he'd be the first bloke picked in the halves. But that can, as we said throughout this video, that can definitely change. But 2026 is a long way away. The focus at the moment on 2025. Thanks for taking us through your backline. And we'll have more tomorrow, and we're building towards having everybody give us their 13. And the next time we hear from you, Jag, will be when you take us through your bench, which I think that's going to generate some conversation as well, because everybody's got their own idea as to what a bench should look like. Any final thoughts on the backline?
Yeah, one I did forget, Moses Sully. Hopefully he can have a full year as well. He had a few knocks and injuries throughout 2024. So it'd be interesting to see if he does swap sides, as you suggested. He has a good combination with Tuipulotu as well. So it'll be interesting to see what does happen there. But if he can get a full year under his belt, it's going to be it's a good looking backline. I haven't been excited by this backline for a few years now. But so hopefully this back five can stay together and go well and really click and help our forwards really go forward and put us into a position to score plenty of points, because we will need plenty of that if we're going to have a good year in 2025.
Yeah, I've got to say, centres and wingers switching sides, it hasn't really worked all that well for the Dragons the last couple of years. So it does give me some anxiety heading into 2025 if Shane Flanagan does decide to go down that path once again. But hopefully it works out. And, I think Moses Sully's going to be a powerhouse no matter where he stands on the field. Looking forward to it. Righto. Come on, Dragons fans. Fire up.
Fire up.
Coco is that pals heart, she wears it on her sleeve. As Mustard tells tales of Dragons wins and tuna victory. Tony and the MP crew will do their very best. Getting off topic and I digress with a red V on our chest. The Mad Dragon podcast is a sheep of camaraderie. Navigating rants down rabbit holes in the land of big wet feet. And so our peddlers speak the tales and our friendship is our dream. The Mad Dragon Podcast.